Hi, it's Jessie from Peach Manifesto, and welcome to another nail haul. So in this haul, I have some Profiles glitters. It is a fall collection. I want to say this is probably from last year, but my distributor had these on hand, and that's Nove Wholesale. So we have 6 glitters in this collection. They're all very fall. I just happened to be picking up an order I placed online, and it kind of caught my eye, so I just picked it up, and I thought I would show you the glitters and a few little kind of fun fall designs I decided to use them with. Just some like really fun and quick stuff. And I definitely don't have any glitters that are in this color family at all, so I'm really excited to have these. And I will open these up and give you a closer look right away. I just thought I would show you. We do have some holographic here, so you will see some like little rainbows, and we'll get into a closer look here. This is Pumpkin Patch, which is a beautiful kind of like bronzy orange color. This is Fall Mixer, which is a black and orange hollow. And then this is Let's Feast, which is a gold and a rose gold mixture. And then this is Fallen Leaves. This has like burgundy, copper, gold, green leaves. It's like everything in there. It's so beautiful. Harvest Moon is a beautiful rose gold glitter. I feel like it's showing up a little bit more gold on camera, but it is definitely rose gold in person. And then we have Warm Cider, which is a brown hollow, which I feel is like super unique. I've never seen one. So I thought I would start off with Pumpkin Patch and the Copper Dust from Gel Play Accents. I love these kind of metallic line from the Gel Play. It's just like really thin one coat coverage, and you are probably all sick and tired of hearing me say like thin. I like everything to be thin. I hate chunky nails. It's like a pet peeve of mine. And I do a lot of short nails, and when you're doing short nails and doing glitter or any kind of like embedding on short nails, you have to work so thin and be really careful, because otherwise you're going to be doing a lot of filing, and then you might not get the design you want. So, and I hate filing. So this one I'm kind of just doing an all over, a little spread of the glitter. I'm trying to keep the chunkier ones in the middle, because the bulk of my top coat gel is going to go there, and just trying to keep like more of the finer to medium glitters along the side. And I'm just kind of like placing it sort of randomly, but like also carefully, and then just kind of making sure I pat in anything that's like sticking up really high, because otherwise we're gonna have to file, and I don't want to do that. So this is what we have after curing, and I'm just gonna go with a nice thick layer of top coat. Because I do have some extra chunkies in there, I will tip the nail upside down just to kind of make sure I have everything all leveled out, because with chunky glitter it can just be a little tricky. But as you can see, it looks stunning. On to the next nail. I'm kind of just doing these really quick. As you can tell, everything's really sped up. I'm just going in with like a base layer, and then just coating this completely with Let's Feast. And oh no, this is Harvest Moon, sorry. And just making sure I clean up the sides, because generally that's where things start to kind of like poke out, and making sure I try and clean up along the top. So I'm going to cover all of that with some Trinity Clear. As you can tell, I'm using a tiny little pot. This is the pot that I consider like my glitter one. I highly recommend, if you don't have certain gels and top coats that you use just for glitter, you do that. Even the top coat I was using earlier, it has like, I have some tape on it. That's like my glitter top coat. And this is the Trinity Warm shade. It's so pretty, and again, just making sure I don't have any like loose glitter, because I don't want glitter in this set haul. I love glitter. It's stunning, but I don't like it in my gels. It's like a super big pet peeve of mine. As you can tell, I'm just like harping on and on about it. So I'm just bringing this cover pink down. Trinity is a fairly runny gel, so I'm trying to work very quickly here and kind of tease it into place. And once I kind of get it somewhat good, I go in, cure that, and then I just use like a little bit and just kind of perfect the blend a little bit and cure that again. Go in with my Trinity. I could have used my regular non-glitter pot Trinity for this because the glitter has long been covered up, but I had it out, and I'm just smoothing everything out and making sure I have it nice and level. And honestly, with the Trinity, you can just cure it and it is shiny. I've actually tested it as just a top coat on some of my clients and it stays shiny for like the whole 3 weeks, which is really nice. But I did go in and top coat it just because, I don't know, maybe I needed to level out a little bit still. So yeah, I think I needed to level that out, and I like to level things out with top coat, just because it's handy, it's there. So going out in with Aurora Maroon and Desire, I'm just, like I said, doing a super, super thin coat of this. It doesn't really matter if this is patchy or not, and I mean, it isn't, but then I'm going in with my Aurora Maroon because it has some of the same shades as the glitter that I'm going in with. It has like some iridescent, some gold, and some kind of maroon colors. And so at first I was like, I'm just gonna place them on there, but then I got tired of that and I dumped it in. And this is like uncured. The Aurora glitter is totally uncured. I did have to go in with my little fine brush and move some of the leaf glitters around because I definitely wanted those more near the top, more in the middle, just where they wouldn't cause me problems or where I would need to do a lot of filing or anything like that. And then I always like to kind of press everything down and clean up the sides. And then I go in and do my top coat. And this was pretty even before I top coated, which you usually don't see when you're embedding glitter. Usually you're kind of like, oh, it's okay. But it was so pretty before. But once I get the top coat on there, you can actually see some of the leaf glitters, which I love. Like, I wasn't sure what to think about this glitter, but now that I see it on a nail, I'm like really in love with it. It's so pretty. Next up, I'm going in with Cryptic, and I do go in with 2 coats of this on like a real person. This swatch stick has kind of a solid background, so it doesn't really need it, but on a person I would do 2 coats. And then I put on a base coat and just kind of dumped on the fall mixer and cleaning up the sides like always, and just kind of arranging a couple glitters and then embedding it as well. These are so pretty. This one is like, I feel like Halloween in a glitter. It's orange hollow and black hollow. So pretty. I'm really glad that I got it. Even though it's like considered a fall glitter, it's very Halloween to me. I really like it. I think it turned out really pretty. And then going in with the Gel Play Line It in Bronze. Like I said, I love the metallics, the art gels from Accents. They're so pretty, and you can do very thin coats. I went in with like way too much, but I always like never get enough for these stilettos, or too much. I haven't quite figured out my rhythm for these long swatch sticks yet. So I'm going in with Warm Cider, which is the holographic brown, and I'm just kind of creating like a deliberate design this time. And I'm just actually going in to the wet product. I do this sometimes. It is a little trickier, but the nice thing about it is when you do go into like the wet product, it almost kind of like sucks it into the color and the glitter just really doesn't stick up that much. So if you're really wanting to get like super thin application of your glitter nails, putting it right into the color and not going over top with a clear and then the glitter is really like the way to go. And then of course I added just a little bit too much at the end, and so I had to clean that up. And then I just go in with like a generous amount of top coat. And yeah, like I would absolutely do this on a client. I do have a top coat that's like slightly thicker and doesn't move as much. So on a client, I probably would use that because I find people's hands get a little warm, and sometimes your regular top coat can kind of run a bit. So on a person, I probably would use my like slightly thicker top coat. So going in with pink champagne, I'm just gonna use Let's Feast and do kind of like a glitter fade. I feel like the rose gold really kind of blends into like the color here. I mean, the rose gold glitter blends into the color really well. And I just think this turned out really pretty. I am like in love with a mini fan brush. Honestly, the big fan brushes, I don't know, like I barely ever use them, but this little guy, all the time. Like I find it so much more useful than those big giant ones. All the brushes that I've been using are from AliExpress. I have lots of videos of me buying brushes on AliExpress because I'm addicted. And then yeah, just going in with a generous layer of top coat again. And that's the look. I'm loving it. I feel like the fade from the cuticle is like super popular, but this is everything all together. This is how I used all the glitters in different designs. I hope you enjoyed the video. It's a little different from what I usually do. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we will see you all later. Bye bye.